Right then, Forest faithful, grab your scarves and buckle up because I've got 3 absolute bombs dropping that are about to shake the very foundations of the city ground. We're talking about decisions that could make or break our entire season, moves that'll have you jumping off your sofa, and drama that's got more twists than a Sherwood Forest path. You know that feeling when you're walking to the match and you can sense something massive is in the air. That electricity that runs through Nottingham when the Reds are cooking up something special. Well, multiply that by 1,000 because what I'm about to tell you will have your heart racing faster than a counterattack down the Trent end. We've got a goalkeeper making moves that'll secure our future, European drama that could change everything about our continental adventure, and a transfer chase that's got Southampton fans absolutely terrified. I'm talking about stories involving our shot stopper who's just committed his future, a UEFA decision that could see us jump leagues, and a teenage sensation we're hunting down. Smash that like button right now if you're ready for this roller coaster. Drop a comment with your predictions and hit subscribe because you do not want to miss what's coming next. The Tricky Trees are making moves that'll have the whole Premier League taking notice. But first, let me tell you about the man between the sticks who's just made a statement that'll have every Forest fan singing his name. Here we go, Forest faithful. The name you've been waiting for, Matt Sells. Remember that heart-stopping moment when our Belgian wall threw himself across the goal line for the 100th time last season? Well, he's just thrown himself into a brand new deal that'll keep him in Garibaldi red until 2027, with an option for another year. This isn't just any contract renewal. This is a statement of intent that'll send shivers down the spine of every striker in the Premier League. Think about it. Sells won the Golden Glove alongside Arsenal's David Raya last season. 13 clean sheets that helped propel us to 7th place and back into Europe for the first time since 1996. This is the man who turned the City ground into an absolute fortress, making saves that had commentators running out of superlatives. The 33-year-old Belgian has been nothing short of sensational since arriving from Strasbourg for $5 million. 58 appearances of pure goalkeeping brilliance, pulling off saves that defied the laws of physics and keeping us in matches when everything seemed lost. From that incredible double save against Manchester United to those crucial stops in our FA Cup run to the semi-finals. But here's what's got me absolutely buzzing. Sells himself said he's really happy and looking forward to playing in Europe because it's really something special. Can you imagine him pulling off those trademark saves under the European lights? The atmosphere will be absolutely electric. And this follows Chris Wood, Murillo, and Nico Williams all signing new deals this year. The core is staying together. The foundation is rock solid, and now we've got our number 1 locked down for the long haul. But hold on to your hats, Forest faithful, because while we're securing our future between the sticks, there's European drama unfolding that could completely change our continental destiny. Oh, now this is where it gets absolutely mental, Forest faithful. While Sells is securing our goal, there's a European soap opera happening that could see us leap from the Conference League straight into the Europa League. You heard that right. Crystal Palace are an absolute meltdown over multi-club ownership rules. And guess who's sitting pretty to benefit from their chaos? That's right, the mighty Tricky Trees. Palace got demoted from the Europa League because of their connection to John Textor's multi-club empire, but now they're fighting tooth and nail to get back in. There's talk of emails, deadlines that weren't really deadlines, and UEFA changing their minds more times than a fan changing shirts on match day. Can you imagine the scenes if we get promoted to the Europa League? We're talking about Thursday night football under the lights at the City ground, facing off against some of Europe's biggest names. The atmosphere would be absolutely nuclear. 30,000 Forest faithful, creating a wall of sound that'd be heard all the way to Trent Bridge. The financial implications are massive too. We're talking millions more in revenue, higher profile signings, and a chance to really establish ourselves back on the European stage where we belong. Remember, this is Nottingham Forest. We've won this competition before, twice in fact, back when we were conquering Europe under Brian Clough. Palace are reportedly very angry about the whole situation and are preparing to appeal to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. But while they're busy arguing with lawyers, we could be busy planning for European giants. The irony is delicious. While they're crying about ownership rules, we're sitting there ready to step up and show them how European football should really be done. But here's where it gets even more intense. Forest faithful. While we're potentially moving up in Europe, we're also hunting down the most exciting teenager in the Premier League. Right, Forest faithful. Prepare yourselves for the biggest transfer bombshell of them all. We're not just replacing Anthony Elanga with anyone. We're going after Southampton's crown jewel, the absolutely sensational Tyler Dibbling. This isn't just any 19-year-old wonder kid. This is the player Russell Martin called the most talented he's ever worked with. Let that sink in for a moment. We're talking about a teenager who was tormenting Premier League defenders in his debut season, leaving them dizzy with his pace and trickery. Southampton are demanding $55 million for their prized asset. And honestly, after watching what this kid can do, it might be the bargain of the century. Picture this, Dibbling receiving the ball on the wing at the City ground, the crowd on their feet, and Premier League fullbacks having nightmares about facing him twice a season. The timing couldn't be more perfect. With Anthony Elanga gone to Newcastle and the Morgan Gibbs-White saga still rumbling on with Tottenham, we need someone who can inject that pace and creativity that made us so dangerous last season. Dibbling isn't just a replacement, he's an upgrade. He's got that devastating combination of speed and skill that'll have defenders wondering whether to stand up or sit down. Remember his debut season highlights? That penalty-winning run against Manchester United where he left Diogo Dalot for dead. Those two goals that showed he's not just about the fancy footwork, he can finish too. And at just 19, he's already made 38 appearances and registered 7 goal contributions in his first full professional season. The Forest faithful know what we're about under Nuno. High intensity, lightning fast counterattacks and players who can create magic out of nothing. Dibbling fits that blueprint like a glove. He can play wide, he can play centrally, and he's got that X factor that turns good teams into great ones. Southampton's new manager, Will Steele, is trying to play it cool, saying Dibbling isn't even close to leaving, but we all know how these things work. When a club like Nottingham Forest comes calling with serious money and European football on the table, players take notice. So there you have it, Forest faithful. 3 stories that show exactly where this club is heading. We've got Matt Sells locked down as our guardian between the sticks, potential Europa League football on the horizon, and we're hunting down one of England's most exciting young talents in Tyler Dibbling. This isn't just about replacing players who've left. This is about building something special, something that'll have the whole of Europe taking notice when they hear Mull of Kintyre echoing around the City ground. Before you go, smash that like button if you're buzzing about these developments. Drop a comment telling me which story has got you most excited and hit that subscribe button because the transfer window is far from over. But here's the big question I'm leaving you with, Forest faithful. If we get Europa League football and land Tyler Dibbling alongside keeping Sells in goal, could this be the season we shock the entire footballing world? Could the Tricky Trees be about to write another magical chapter in the history of this incredible football club? The Forest is rising, and I can't wait to see how high we can soar.